Hey guys, it's Miss Kennedy, and after spending quite a bit of time yesterday playing around with that demo exam at the web address you see on your screen, I've come up with a strategy that if I were the person taking the exam, this is what I would do. And it only involves my Surface. It doesn't matter if my Surface Pen isn't working. I literally just need my Surface, its webcam, and some paper. Lined or unlined does not matter. So what I'm going to do is go to that web address, and on the real day of the AP exam, you're going to get here through your e-ticket, and you're going to have your AP ID number, which should have been emailed to you yesterday, which was Monday, May 4th, Star Wars Day. If you did not get an email with your AP number in it, then that is a problem and we need to fix that ASAP. Log into your My AP account to fix that. Email me if you don't know how to fix it. But if you don't have your AP ID number by now, then that means they have the wrong email address, and that's a problem. So for the practice exam, we are just using practice as our pretend AP number, and we will hit continue. And the first part that you'll do on the real exam day and in the demo is some just identifying information. On the real day, you'll also do some sort of security check. I don't really know what that's going to be, but everything in the demo is shorter than what it will be on the real day so that you don't have to take forever doing these demos. So after we go through this introductory part and you're like, that only took like 5 minutes. I just need to log in 5 minutes before. False. We're telling you to log in 30 minutes before your first question starts because you need to, because this first part is going to take longer on the real day than it will here. So we've got this personal information. Hello, Emily Kennedy. Fun trick, if you didn't know this, tab lets you go through different sections a little bit faster. Another fun fact, if you didn't know, my birthday is April 20th. No jokes, please. 1984, so now you also know how old I am. And then email address. This should be whatever email address you gave to them. And again, I'm just hitting tab so that I don't have to quickly, or so I don't have to slowly go from one to the other. And then where are you testing from? If you're testing from school, then go home! What's wrong with you? You're testing from home. You're not allowed to be at school. And then here, fun fact, this literally changed since the last time I tried it. Last time you could just opt out. This time you have to actually accept or decline. It doesn't matter which one you pick. Yeah, that literally looks different than it did, 15 minutes ago when I tried this. And you need to agree to the terms and conditions, which means you need to read the terms and conditions, but that would happen before the real AP day because you're gonna do that in the mock exam, right? Right. And then we'll hit continue, and you're just going to be in this little waiting room. Again, that first part is going to take longer on the actual exam day than it did here, so make sure you log in 30 minutes ahead of time. So we have about a minute before the first fake question is going to pop up. So I just want to show you over here some stuff about what the pictures and your work should look like. At the top of every single page you do, you need to have the following information: your AP number, which you should know by now, your initials, first and last or first, middle, last, who really cares? They haven't said either way. Page number of your work. Even if you only need one piece of paper to get everything down, write that it's page 1. If you want to say you're working on question 1, that's fine. They'll figure it out because that'll be the question you've uploaded it to. And then, as always, these problems are going to have multiple parts, so make sure that you are clearly labeling the part that you are working on. We'll talk about taking photos with your Surface in just a minute to make them look good. But over here, this is what you want it to look like. Portrait orientation, if possible. There's some tricks to that. And then from directly above. When we were doing teleschool stuff, I got a lot of photos that looked like this, which is fine. I survived, but it's going to make it harder for the AP readers to look at your work. So try to avoid that. And then over here, just going with stuff I got from teleschool, just come on, don't, it's not an artistic expression of your inner self. Like, just take it from straight above. And let's see if we are ready to test. Haha, there it is. So you're going to get a little pop-up once that waiting time is over. It says start working on question 1. And here again, you are going to work through this mock exam, so you're going to read all of this stuff. I'm not going to read it to you, but I will include this. I recommend using like an actual math problem to write down some pretend math instead of doing this thing they're suggesting. But this mock exam is for a bunch of different courses, so like whatever, just write down some math. So you would take some time. Certainly you would have more time than this on the actual day. The demo is shorter. But what I want to talk about is getting those pictures. So before we attach a response, let's take pictures of the response. So the webcam is going to do this. So I'll hit start, scroll down if you need to, but grab camera, and it's going to come up front facing first. I'm really sorry in advance. Oh, just kidding, it's not. However, let me show you how to make it not front facing. If it shows up like that, sorry, then up here in the upper right corner, you don't want it to be front facing, at least partially because the front facing camera is apparently not as high quality. So we've got that. You are now staring at the door that I'm very close to because I'm tucked away in my bedroom hiding from my cats. And then settings up here. Half the time it does this to me and just the settings won't pop up. But if I restore the window, then settings do pop up. Why? I don't know. Ask Microsoft. But anyway, down here under the photo quality, I've already changed mine, but yours probably defaults to the 6.0 megapixel. I'm pretty sure is what that stands for. Don't make fun of me if it's not. But you just want the best available. So you want the 8.0. If you're still on the front-facing camera, you're not going to have these options. They're going to be worse than this. So 8.0 is the best we can do. And that's really the only setting we need to change. And I'm going to maximize again. So then it's our job to take pictures of the work that we have done on paper. And this is where experimentation on your part is going to be really helpful, because I think the lighting is going to make a difference. And there are a few different tricks that I came up with yesterday that I think will help. So one of those is being on a dark background. So I'll show you that in just a minute. Also over here on the right-hand side, you see these different options. The camera works, but actually these other two options might work a little bit better for what we need them to do. So I have my work off to the side. And what I'm going to do first, other than getting my finger all in front of the camera, apologies, is just get right above it. And I'm going to tap the screen to kind of force it to focus. And I'm going to hit camera and it thinks for a minute and then we're good. But like I said, for what we are doing, this document option seems to work a little bit better, especially if you're on a dark background. If you're on a white background, it has a hard time picking up, like you see that little gray box that's kind of moving around. On a light background, it has a hard time picking up where your work is. But if you're on a dark background, it works pretty well. So make sure the box covers everything. Tap, it'll think for a minute, and I think it gives me a preview. And I'm like, yeah, that looks all right. Or, honestly, the one that I've had the most luck with is this whiteboard option. Because people take pictures of whiteboards all the time. I don't know, you weirdos. But it's the same thing. Dark background is better to help it kind of pick up where your work is. So make sure the gray box covers everything. Hit that. It'll think for a second, but like that is high contrast, easy to read. The trouble is, it is really hard, at least as far as I can tell, to trick your surface into thinking it's in portrait mode when you're actually just parallel to the table. So another option would be what I have up here. So I actually just hung a dark piece of paper on my door and then taped the work to it. You'll notice that gray box, it's having kind of a tougher time picking up what it needs to pick up. got this. And if you have, you can see it picked up everything. It does some weird stuff with the background, but that's okay. If it takes you more than one page, then obviously you're going to take pictures of more than one page following those same directions, and you just kind of deal with the gray box. There we go, and the preview pops up, and there's just some weird stuff happening in the background, but as long as your work shows, we are good. So, once we have those photos taken, then you have like this screen, or sorry, this timer turns red when you have 5 minutes left. Definitely as you're working through the mock exam at least once, hopefully more than once, kind of try to figure out how long it's taking you to get these pictures taken. If it's taking you 5 full minutes, then I would start uploading a little bit more than 5 minutes ahead of time. But I'm going to click Attach Response, and it's going to bring me here. Attach text file for calculus. The only reason you would do this, and it's a bad idea, is if for some reason you took pictures and then turned them into PDFs. Why would you bother doing that? I strongly advise against it. For other classes, like for a history class or something, sure, that makes sense. But we are using photos. So we will attach photos. It gives you some examples here. The only acceptable file types are listed here: PNG, JPG, and JPEG. I sent an email to a few of you yesterday where I noticed that you had your phone set to be taking those high efficiency, the HEIC things. Those aren't going to upload, and you're going to be completely out of luck on test day. That's another reason you need to work through this mock exam to make sure you can get it to work for you. We've got all this. They give you some examples of what things should look like. But then down here, I'm going to click Attach a Photo. And then I just need to find the photos that I just took. So my computer's already there because I did this earlier. But over here on the left side, it's probably in your quick access. It's just that pictures part, or mine even knows I want to go specifically to camera roll. But if it's not in your quick access, then under this PC, hit pictures, and then double click camera roll, and you can see my various attempts at doing this. So you can see that those first 3 I took did end up landscape. I feel like it's fine. I don't think anybody's going to fail you because you turn in landscape stuff. But I am going to try the last 2. Also, what is that noise? Okay, that's fun. My phone was yelling at me. So I'm going to upload the first one. But I have 2 pages. I have 2 pages, and I've only uploaded 1, so I'm not going to hit submit yet. I wish it would kind of show me that I had uploaded 1 photo already, but it didn't. So what are you going to do? I'm going to hit attach a photo again. And I'm going to click that second one where the background got kind of whacked out, but they can deal with that. All my work is there. And now I have my second one. And now that I've uploaded both pages of my work, I'm going to hit submit. And it reminds you, do not hit submit until you have attached all of your photos. You only get to hit submit once for question 1. And as soon as you do, you don't get to go back. But I've attached both photos. I will hit submit. So then what it's going to do is give you this, again, like a waiting room just until question 2 starts, because every single person taking this exam in the entire world is going to be taking it at exactly the same time. So question 2 is going to start at exactly the same time for everybody taking this. So it's going to make you wait for just a minute. Let's wait for about 10 seconds. Here again, all of this is shortened on the demo. You would certainly have enough time to read the question and answer it instead of having pre-prepared answers. So a pop-up shows up that says, hey, question 2, here you go for it. And it's going to work exactly the same. So you'll have your new question. You'll read through all of that when you do the real thing. And you're going to do your work, you're going to take pictures the way we talked about, and then you're going to hit attach photo. You are going to browse for your photo in the same way. That's here at the bottom. And I will attach the sample photo that I tried where my cat's shadow ended up in it because, you know, I have cats. And let's say that maybe this one only took me 1 page of work. Totally fine as long as it's still legible. So I am ready to submit. It's a reminder, hey, if you have more than 1 photo, make sure you attached all of your photos. But I did. So I hit submit. The demo's complete on exam day. I really don't know if the following will make a difference or not, but it certainly couldn't hurt. If I were you, I would leave this browser window open until, what would it be, like about an hour after the first question started, at least for calculus, that's the timing. I don't think it makes a difference, but if something's still like uploading in the background, or I don't even know, it certainly couldn't hurt just to leave this thing open so that it can do anything it might need to do in the background. If you know more about computers than I do and that's stupid, then I'm sorry. But anyway, I think that plan works pretty well, but you have to make sure that you can get it to work. If you have another plan, you have to make sure that you can get that plan to work. This video is not the same as doing the demo. You need to do the demo at least once just to make sure that you can get everything to work. So anyway, as always, if you have any questions, send me an email or a remind text or whatever, but it's really not that bad, and I think just sticking with one device, specifically the Surface or any sort of device that has a webcam, I think is a good plan as long as you can get decent pictures out of it. So hopefully that helps. Bye, everybody. Good luck. You'll do great. We still have a week, so like whatever. We're still studying. Okay, bye. I'm going to shut up. Bye.